What's going on, YouTube? I'm back here with this RC car. I have not did a running review on this thing because all right. So when I first got the car, I mean it's a good RC car, but I just happened to have bad luck. But it ran decent for about a good 2 weeks, and then when I went to go use it, it just didn't run anymore, and I tested it out and I found out it was just the motor. I suspected it was the motor in the first place because it uses a 390 motor, and you can see the RC's pretty big. It needs more of a 540. Excuse me. Um, but it runs decent. I bought another motor, popped it in, pretty easy to put into. I mean, it was not super simple, but it was not super hard. I do feel that anybody can do that. Um, that's how I feel. That anybody can take this apart and put a new motor in it. Although there are some RC cars that are a lot more complicated and may take somebody with more experience or help from someone or just more time. But anyways, it's a really good RC car. It comes with a 25C battery, so that already gives me a boost. It already gives you a boost because it doesn't just come with a regular lithium ion battery. So you can see it's a 20C battery. So that right there gives me a boost already with the RC. You can see here's its charger, and the charger looks like it doesn't look nice, but it definitely works great. So I don't have any complaints. It charges up in about 2 hours, which is not bad at all. Not bad. You got your transmitter right here, which is pretty basic. It does give you a few steering trim and I believe the steering rate or something, so it doesn't churn as fast. And the other one is just a steering trim. That's your bind button, and then you're on and off. So it's a pretty cool RC car. But like I was saying, I used it, went out with it. When I came back inside, put it away. This is 2 weeks later after owning it. One day I took it out, didn't want to go, looked inside. I can see the motor inside has a fan. The 390s, some of them have fans. When you spin it, you'll see something white moving around in there as well. And what happened is mine broke. So because it broke, it ruined the motor because of that. And I guess I didn't hear it because I was running it through grass. I mean. And I didn't hear it. So it tore up the motor. And then when I went to try it again, I guess it burned out. So then I bought another motor and I popped that one in, and I just went nuts, man. I put a LiPo battery in there, and instead of me breaking in the motor, I simply grabbed the motor, popped it in, grabbed the LiPo, went outside and did like 10 speed runs with it. And when I was done with it, the motor still ran. Everything was running, but I can hear it. I can see it. It just, the brushes inside, I ruined them. I totally ruined them. So all that crap you hear about, breaking in a motor in water, all that stuff is true, man. Unfortunately, that sucks because that means you got to break in these motors, these brush motors. If not, they sound ugly and they don't perform right. So that right there kind of sucks because I notice these become big problems of not breaking them in when the car is too heavy for the motor, and that is exactly what's going on here. The motor is a little small for the car. Is kind of weighs a little bit, but as long as you break it in, you can have fun with this without it breaking down over and over. That's all you got to do. I mean, it's really simple. Underneath it, there's nothing under there. It's just a regular they have it to where you can't see anything. It's like waterproofed out, you can say, somewhat. So it's all completely sealed. You got your motor back here with like a little heat sink sort of on it, or a motor mount. and it comes with independent suspension, but it sucks. It sucks. You know, it's just friction. So but it'll do for what it'll do. It'll do for what for what the size the car is. It will do. Like I jumped it around and it did work where it wasn't just bottoming out all the time. But it did suck though because it's just friction, so I don't get any real lean in it. But anyways, it works great. You got a pretty good servo on there. Let's get another look at that. Pretty cool RC car. I went through it all and greased it up. And at first I cleaned it out, and then I greased it up, and now it's ready to go, guys. So let's go take this out and do a speed run on it. And not a speed run, we'll just do a test run. This is the first time I'm using the car outside after I already put the new motor in. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this ready, guys, first, and we'll take it out. Alright guys, I'm outside. It's a little dirty out here, but by the way, I'll be using a LiPo battery on this. I will not be using the stock battery, the 25C, although that is enough power. I'm just going to use my LiPo. So let's go ahead and... Oh, my batteries are dead in my transmitter. Here comes the car, guys. Oh no, they're parking. Alright, so let's go again. Sorry about that, guys. So you can see it's not a bad RC car. It's not bad at all.
When did you go shopping?
Oh, that was close right there. That was a close one. So that's the Subotech with a 390 and a LiPo 2S. LiPo, not bad. Yeah, I don't want to overuse it because I haven't broke the motor in. So I don't have another choice but to drive it kind of slow. Try to break it in. So I gotta break this motor in. But that's the end of this video. So thanks a lot, guys, for watching. And if you're looking for an RC, this one should run you about 40 bucks. eBay. Thanks a lot.